Ahead of Jimmy, so I give credit for Jennifer. We have Amanda, I believe, has just joined. Amanda. We have Joe Petronas. Hey, Joe. He worked on our database early on. Great volunteer. Where's Trent? Trent in here somewhere? Getting food. Swiss Army knife for the campaign. That's what we call him. Trent. And then there's Chase. You've been helping us for a while, too. I hope I didn't leave anybody else. So, I just want to say first that I really enjoyed the campaigning so far, and I think Jimmy's a classy guy. We've had probably the most positive race. We've probably had more discussion about issues and our real differences, so I'm very, very happy we've had a chance to run in District 6. I want to remind everybody, a lot of you know me here, the best way to categorize me is a Ron Paul Republican, kind of a libertarian-leaning Republican. I grew up in San Antonio. My parents took me to the Alamo when I was a kid. So I got started being inculcated in the idea of political liberty. And the fact is, it's a pretty serious subject. You know, there are people that bled and died for us to have our political liberty established. If you remember back in 1824, in Mexico, and it really looked something like the U.S. Constitution, and the states had some rights, central government was limited. And as you remember, there was a dictator that came along, Santa Anna. He began to consolidate power. And he basically wrapped up all the Mexican states, but there was one holdout against that dictator, and that was Texas. So you guys know what happened to that, right? The political liberty is a very, very serious thing. People have had wars over this for thousands of years. So I'm all for going around getting consensus where you can, seeing kumbaya where you can, but there comes a time when the government comes after your guns or your political liberty or your freedom, you raise that clenched fist and you say, if you want it, come and take it. Come and take it, all right? So at some point, you've got to stand up for your political liberties. You've got to be serious about it. So that's what I plan to do. As you know, I was the president of my municipal utility district in Canyon Creek. I'm the only candidate in this city that has actually abolished a property tax. All right? And I want to tell you, it's much harder than you could imagine to abolish a property tax. It's extremely difficult. I got 30 seconds to go. I'm going to leave you with very something kind of funny here. Jimmy made an astute comment. He said this is not a partisan race, and it is not. That's absolutely true. The lake is not Republican or Democrat. The traffic's not Republican or Democrat. But I was actually seriously thinking about this. I was driving down 2222, trees everywhere, no cars, no people, no intersections. Republican, Democrat. All of a sudden, a deer jumped into the road. Big buck with some horns on. That deer just trotted right across, and I thought, Republican or Democrat? That deer's not Republican or Democrat. He didn't use a crosswalk. He's a libertarian.